Embarrassing political setback for veteran Democratic Congressman James Moran. His 23-year-old son, Patrick, resigning from his re-election campaign after getting caught on video apparently advising people on how they would commit voter fraud. He was secretly recorded by conservative activists posing as campaign volunteers. Moran initially resisted their questions about casting illegal ballots before then offering some tips on forging IDs. He claims that at no point did he think that they were serious. Let's bring in Hans von Spakowski, who is a senior legal fellow with the Heritage Foundation and a county election official in Virginia. Hans, welcome. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
You know, I mean, when you listen to this, he does sort of brush them off in the beginning, and then he says, well, basically, you know, if you were going to do that, you better get it right. What do you make about this?
Well, look, he then ends up giving him pretty detailed instructions on how to forge a utility bill, which he can then use to get around Virginia's voter ID law, and also says that if you're challenged, don't worry, there will be lawyers there from Obama for America, and they will help support you.
He says, you know, afterwards, he's 23 years old, and he was working for his dad's re-election campaign, as we point out, that he doesn't endorse any sort of illegal or unethical behavior. This came from him. And that he, in hindsight, I should have immediately walked away, making it clear that there is no place in the electoral process for even the suggestion of illegal behavior, joking or not. So he's suggesting that he was kidding around, never meant for this to be a serious exchange.
Oh, please. Look, this is a long video. It's 26 minutes. It's not very short. He was not kidding around. He was giving the guy instructions on how to cast fraudulent ballots. And by the way, that's a felony under federal law. Attempting to procure fraudulent ballots is a violation of the law, and it's something that should be investigated by the U.S. attorney.
How does this affect the landscape in Virginia, if at all?
Well, look, about a week and a half ago, I was actually criticized in the Washington Post because I said that Virginia's voter ID law was weak because it allowed things like utility bills. Well, this shows, in fact, that was right. And it's a very close state. Nobody knows who's going to win the state right now. Even a little bit of fraud could perhaps make the difference in the outcome.
All right, Hans, very interesting. We'll see how it goes. Everybody's watching your state very closely. Thanks for being here today.